Hey guys, it's Meister, and welcome to a brand new Let's Player. And this is a sort of a wacky, odd mini project. And the game I'm playing is Lightbot. Lightbot is a flash game, which also is an educational game. It's sort of based around development, especially of younger children. I think from age 3 to 7, that sort of age, when they're well, in Eastern England, obviously you'll have to sort of make the comparison yourself if you're in another country. But in England, it's Key Stage 1, which is age 3 to 7. So I don't know if you have a specific title for that year group in wherever you're from. But yes, it's development of, instructions, directions, that sort of thing. And it's actually quite a fun little puzzle game as well, and I found myself playing it and become totally addicted to it. So first of all, a couple of things. This is post-commentary. I tried to live commentate this game, and it was too bloody hard, because half the comedy was just up, left, right, down, and you will see exactly why in a bit. So let me talk through this game. This is Lightbot, a flash game. The purpose is to get that robot to the blue tile and for him to light it up. Now, if this first level kind of talks you through, it's quite simple. Forward, and then light. So when you get to a blue space, you're going to light it up. So that's the whole point of this game. Now, in my live commentary, I was trying to talk, and then I was there going, okay, well, I need to go up, left, and so as you go through the levels, there are new commands. The left command tells you to turn to the left, which is anti-clockwise. And then there's also a right command, which means you turn to the right, which is clockwise. The only direction the robot can move is forward, but you can also get him to turn 90 degrees, either to one side or to the other. And also, one thing that's worth noticing, or worth mentioning, is the fact that you cannot change the camera angle. You're stuck from one perception, pretty much, and you've got this angle right here. So your job is to almost put yourself into the shoes of the robot. You've got to imagine you're him. So for this one, you'd move forward twice, and then you got to turn left. He'll turn 90 degrees to the left. Now, of course, because I live commentated this, and I'm now post commentating, I don't know when I move the arrows, so I'm kind of going in sort of time. But I'm also going to talk to you about little things too as I go through the project. So I'll kind of let the video do its explaining itself, but I'll intervene if I have to. First of all, I'll talk about why I did this game, or why I did this as a project. So I was at university a while back, about a month or so ago, and also they've introduced the spring now as well, as you see. So I did it just to demonstrate what I did. The spring means you could jump up a level or down a level too. But I went to uni, this is about a month or so ago now, and I was introduced to this game because I actually am looking to get into education and working in schools, which some of you will be surprised at, 'cause into my commentary style, but I'll have you know that what I do on YouTube doesn't match what I'm like at work, because it's nice to have the sort of different personas. I can be my crazy, immature, whatever self, just enjoying games, overreacting to games, in one instance, but then when I go to work, I'm professional, I'm dedicated and committed, and I love doing what I do. But that was a bit of a sidetrack. But anyway, as someone who works in education, and actually when I was a child, I played a lot of educational games myself too. So when I saw this game, I thought, this is cool, because it relates to my profession, or my aspiration, as well as the fact that it's a fun game that, when I played it, I didn't want to stop playing it, because we played at uni for like 10-15 minutes just to try out some games, or try out some activities that we could, teach in a class. And yeah, this was a really interesting game. And of course, if you know me in puzzle games, I love games like Wet Tricks, Tetris Attack, even Puyo Puyo to an extent. So some little games. Choo Choo Rocket, how can I forget Choo Choo Rocket? This game is a little bit Choo Choo Rocket with the arrows as well. But yeah, essentially, it's a fun puzzle game. It's educational, and I actually wanted just to demonstrate it. I've recorded 2 parts of this project, so don't worry, it won't take too long. There's only so much of this game that you can do to keep fresh. So it's sort of a mini project, because I've got a big project that I want to do, a solo project I want to do after this. So it's kind of a placeholder as well as a showcase, if you will. I do want to show you this game. And of course, the salient part of this project is the fact that it's a Flash game. So it has a limited shelf life now at this point. It come December 2020, I don't think you'll be able to play this game unless they manufacture something that can replace Flash, or the developers of the website create or are able to program it with a different software that isn't Flash. But I mean, don't get me started. I hate the fact that they're getting rid of Flash, and I don't know why. But anyway, I'm breezing through this game. Go past me. But and yeah, this one's cool as well, because you can see there's different levels, up, down, and then up again. But you just gotta, again, put yourself in the shoes of a robot. So you gotta go forward, left, jump, forward, that sort of thing. But again, I was quite, the first world, I guess this in a way is a world. This is World 1-7. The first world also is actually quite, not self-explanatory, but it's quite straightforward. This one took a little bit of time, but again, the first one's not too bad. It gets a little bit tough as you go on when it introduces new concepts and new things. And again, if you're a child, it's sort of, how would you overcome it? You've got to use your brain to work it out. But anyway, I got sidetracked again. But thinking about, yeah, Flash Player is going to be disabled soon. So I'm going to leave the link to this game in the description. But honestly, give it a go. It's a really enjoyable game. It's fun, and it requires a lot of thought process. Now, of course, I'm giving you the hints to it now. I'm basically telling you how to complete it. So, you know, if you don't want to, then bloody turn it off and play it yourself and watch this. But honestly, have a go. I'll leave the link in the description. It is really fun and addictive. As you can see, I'm on my 3rd attempt now of doing this. Because that box where it says main, you also have to think about the fact that that is the amount of, that box only contains 12 instructions, so that you have to complete this level by using by a maximum of 12 instructions. So that's another thing as well. So it requires a lot of thought process about efficiency too, because you've got to think about, okay, so I've got to do this in 12 as well. I've got to line up all the blue squares. So yeah, there are ways to do it, so you've really got to have a think about it. So I completed the first one. Now I'm on to World 2, which introduces procedures. So there's 6 courses in this one. Now the procedures, as you can see, you need more space than the main slot, so this requires more than 12 instructions. But the main box is still only consists of 12. So there's a procedure 1, or a process 1, I call it process in the end. But you can add commands to this new slot. And that new slot is encapsulated in that P1 square that you've got there. So if you include the P1 command into the box, and actually I'd just give you a little demonstration. In P1, if I just press player, the main box will copy what the P1 thread is. But of course, with P1, it repeats itself. So every time you put P1 in, that chain of commands that you put in the P1 box will be repeated every time you put P1 into the main box. So again, you've just got to have a think about it. But yeah, I'm a really big advocate of educational games and games that, you know, develop your sort of just the basic motor skills or even cognitive development, that sort of thing. I'm a big advocate of games like that. I loved playing games like this as a child. I remember, obviously, growing up, like I'm sure you all know, I played Yoshi's Island, Mario World, Mario 64, you know, late SNES to early 64 games. But actually, on my PC, I remember playing a lot of sort of these adventure games, but they were quite educational. Like, there were questions about general knowledge and stuff. Yeah, just general knowledge essentially. But it was also, they were catered to children too. But I loved them. I love games like that. I thought they were brilliant. Actually, I went back there too. So at this point, I'd make a little cut. But as you can see, yeah, I've completed the level. But I think I'm playing I think Dahl and Kindersley, who they make books but they make books about knowledge and encyclopedias and all sorts of educational works, again catered to children. And I think they made some games, some PC games. I remember playing on it. And also, do any of you guys? Oh, if you watch this, if you get to this point of the video, please comment. Did any of you ever play with Encarta? Because I don't think that's really a big thing anymore. But I think that came out in the early 2000s, and for about 5 or so years, it was like Encarta was brilliant. Like it was the shit. Let's just put it like let's be blunt about it. It was the shit. So honestly, I remember playing with Encarta so much when I was a kid, but I don't know, I was a bit of a nerd when I was a kid, when I was growing up, but I'm smart as a result of it, so yeah. But no, Encarta was quite big. Oh, I'm just googling now actually, it was 1993 to 2009, I can't believe it stopped 10 years ago, but yeah, Encarta was really cool. It was, to be fair, it was Wikipedia before Wikipedia. Like, you could find out anything you wanted to on there. It was Microsoft's sort of encyclopedia, wasn't it? But yeah, Wikipedia is what it is now, and to be fair, you can't really surpass Wikipedia, can you, at this point? But yeah, I loved Encarta. I remember there was like this sort of virtual globe type thing, and it was so cool. Because I was really big into geography as well as a kid. I loved just countries and capital cities and everything like that. But anyway, I'm completing a level. That's the thing about post-commentary, I don't really talk about the game as much, which, to be fair, this game, after a while, doesn't require much commentary. That's why I ended up post-commentating. Process 1's use for a pattern of commands. Yeah, like that's what I said when we were going through 2-1. But that's what I find about post commentary. It's sort of, you can talk about any old shit whilst the game's going on, and also what I find is that what I found was live commentating this game was actually this game was quite self-explanatory again, and I don't know, just go up, left, down, jump, boingy. I kept calling the jumps boingies. But that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm going to talk about stuff right now. So, projects. Currently, I'm finished off Kirby Superstar. Actually, by the time I'm live, at the time of commentating, I've just had my sort of week break from YouTube. I've just found myself being really busy at work, which I have made a reference to. Also, I've just found myself being very swamped with things. So I kind of took a little bit of time off just to get everything up to date, and now I've got videos scheduled to upload, so now I shouldn't be behind on anything. So I've got this will be 2 parts. I've got Kirby Superstar to finish, which will be a few more parts. So once these 2 projects finish, we'll have my next Let's Play, which should be quite a long one, and I'm looking forward to playing it. And then I've got another co-op with, well, I've got 2 co-ops coming up planned, one with Sapphire and one with 900 Yoshi, and I don't know which one will be first, depends who I record first with. But yes, I've got 2 co-ops planned soon, so with regards to the future of the channel, it's quite bright, and everything's looking cool. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Also, one thing I was just glossed over because I was talking about projects. There is now a P2 box, so again, you can now create 3 sort of processes now as well. So yeah, let's have a look. I don't know. I think at this point I was sort of deliberating, just going over. Have I got it checked? I think so. There we go. Yeah, there we go. But you can sort of see, like, this, apart from that little bit where I accidentally exited the level, or I reset it, this is all unfiltered and uncut, pretty much. So you can see there is a lot of thought. There's a lot of thought process behind it. You have to do a lot of working things out, sort of visualizing in your head, as well as, you know, looking at the screen and thinking, what goes where? There is a lot of work to be done. Like, it is a hell of a puzzle. Now, so yeah, this one is essentially just 3 sets of steps, but you've got to repeat it. As you can see, there are 12 squares to be lit, which is why you need to have more than the main box, because it just wouldn't work. But yeah, with regards to my channel, back up to date. I just needed that week off, I think, just to, well, not even recharge, just because I quite frankly didn't have the time. And for a week or 2 before I took my week off, I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know I took a week off. So follow my Twitter. I'll put that in the description. I'll make sure to link this game. I'll make sure to link my Twitter page. But yeah, everything that's sort of in this, oh yeah, at this point I was like, oh shit, so I've got to put some arrows in between the P2s and P1s, some directional arrows. But I'll put a link to my Twitter. But for like the last week or 2 before I took my week's break, I found myself editing on that night and almost rushing the upload out, and being a bit, not stressed, but almost thinking, oh shit, I'm not going to be able to get this upload out in time. Or there were some times I uploaded it about 10. I've also got my upload scheduled to be uploaded at 9 PM GMT, my time, which is 3 PM Central, 4 PM Eastern, etc. Which is actually quite a good time of the day for everyone, because it's in the evening for England, and it's in the afternoon for America. I mean, the only time that's not convenient for is Australia, but I think even then it's early in the morning, so I don't know. You can't appease everyone with time zones, can you? But yeah, just with how I was rushing a lot of stuff. So it got to a point where I was thinking, yeah, I have to take a week's break. And now I'm sort of back up to date, and I've got things prepared and scheduled to go. So yes, I should be alright with uploads again, just for the near future. And if ever I have to take a break, then I'll take a break. But follow my Twitter and you'll know. Also follow my Twitch, because I have been streaming every Saturday. I've got some funny streams. And I've got a stream series alongside my LPs. So I'm currently doing a stream of Glover, which is funny because I suck at the game and it's hard. And yeah, it's almost sadistic. It's almost in a masochistic way. I'm really enjoying the game. But yeah, this was the first one that I was really struggling on, this course here. So I sort of had a go at it, and I was like, okay, so light, yeah. But the problem is I got here, and then I was like, oh shit. So at this point, I stopped it and I thought, okay, well, I'm at my time now, so I'm going to stop the video here. And then I thought, I'll do this in the next video. I'll have a go at it in the next video. But yeah, this is Lightbot. Please give this game a go. I hope you enjoy it, if you play it, and I hope you enjoy this little mini project. And I'll see you guys in the next part, where I attempt to complete the game. See you guys then.